Okay, I'm just gonna do this completely normal as I possibly can outside the green screen because if I just leave this as green screen, people are going to like chroma key it and just put whatever background on it. As I enjoy the last days of me being 25 years old, I was thinking about for the longest time how I want to make the last video of 2022. Like, I asked y'all that y'all want like a tier list. Y'all just, I don't know, just y'all want a power scaling video, different things like that. And I decided I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. And there's been a lot of stuff bothering me this year that I haven't really talked about and been fully transparent with. And I don't want to be like super dramatic with it. I'm trying my best to just be normal. But I just saw a Glass Out or something like that, the Knives Out 2 movie with one of my friends. And just kind of talking to her, I just kind of realized that I don't really care about trying to be someone else, trying to be a super smart, tactical YouTuber, not trying to address too much drama, not trying to give trolls more ammo to use against me. I just want to be myself. And I just want to talk about what's been going on with me this year. I want to talk about the accomplishments, the failures, the big elephant in the room that some of y'all know, some of y'all don't care. Y'all just only watch the videos I want to watch. And just stuff y'all don't really know because I've been trying my best to like keep moving forward without allowing that to bother me. So I think I want to get actually I want to get some of the positive stuff out the way. So when this year first started, I was finishing up getting my master's degree in business administration. And that was really a proud moment for me. But one of my weaknesses that I'm really working on, because I've spent, ever since 2015 after my mom passed away, I've been in therapy for a very long time, working on just trying my best to control my emotions because I used to be a Division I athlete where anytime I lost my temper or get angry, it would never really be that much kindness from a lot of people. And instead, because I'm a stronger, buffer guy, it would just be taken the wrong way. So I spent a lot of time trying to like understand my emotions and just, be better at certain stuff. It always hasn't been the best. I sometimes kind of use YouTube as a coping mechanism. And I've kind of lashed out a little bit from time to time. Just like, just blocking people or whatever. Like it's not like I'm like out here like hurting people. But, just naturally over time, I just kind of my best to try to really think about stuff before I said it, right? And of course, every time I record, there's some type of stuff going on outside. But to kind of correlate that back to the master's degree stuff is that I tried out, doing interviewing real people, and that turned out pretty well. I met some cool people, but I had a few arguments with a few people I was working with at the time. I think me and him are still cool, but we haven't talked for a while. And that just really frustrated me because I really thought I was really making some content I really wanted to do. And we just really was on the same page. And that really frustrated me because I thought that I was like starting something new. I want to thank Art God on Instagram. He really helped me out by making my avatar kind of resemble me. That was like a new direction I really wanted to push the channel, kind of making my avatar. And like, granted, those who've been around for a long time, you'll know like the white-haired avatar. It represented my hair back in the day, except if I made it white. And I just wanted to try something new and different. So that was like a good movement for me. So, so far, NBA, really proud moment. Making my avatar, working with different art styles and stuff. And I also want to thank MJXTV. I don't know if I work with Geekdom this year, but different content creators that really helped me out because even though this channel's been mostly a one-man show, and I'll honestly especially thank my friend Kendall, even though he's going to probably be mad at later stuff I talk about, but I just had to do it. But, just thank you for the people that have been helping out with the channel. Also, just thank you to all my personal friends, and definitely thank you guys for been watching this entire time as well. Just want to talk about that. Kind of feels like Thanksgiving, what I'm kind of doing here. But yeah, just, just thinking about all this stuff because it's really no script or anything. Now, I feel like one of the stuff that I really need to talk about is the whole, I can't really say dude's name because he got my video taken down, even though he won't admit it, but he did. But a guy named Dragonclap TV / Ho Please, he has like a lot of different channels. And I want to talk about this quickly because, of course, computer, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that there's a donate rewards points or whatever's going on. This guy, like in his like early 30s or whatever. He made a video responding to like my Android 18 versus Piccolo video. And I wish I should have ignored, because, you know, I've been responded to by Mizaku, by Tyrone Magnus, by blocking me on everything. I've been through this before. But for some reason, searched up my name, because I was searching up my name a lot at some point this year. And I saw it, and video was very long to my 10-minute long video. He did a lot of like, you know, this guy shouldn't be power scaling, blah, blah, blah. Instead of ignoring it, I just said, hey, man, instead of, you know, saying you like my channel or whatever, but dissing me for 40 minutes, you know, stop being weak and stop being a loser, right? And I meant it at the time, but again, it really wasn't necessary. And it started out this long, very long, dragged out feud, really one-sided feud with this guy. And I tried to take everyone's advice, ignored, which I did for fucking 10 months. This shit's been going on all year. And to give this guy credit, though, I gotta respect the consistency. To the point that you got me to actually research you, look up your videos, figure out your name, because you had it on your older videos. It got too far with the whole, like, using the second channel to say, you know, he wouldn't be able to save his mom if he had to do power scaling or something like that, which during that time was like really anniversary of my mom. You could have not meant my mom, whatever. Anyway, it got to that point because you made fun of my appearance, all this stuff because you don't like me, like this, like, I don't know, liking Goku, liking Gohan, and cracking jokes at Vegeta the character. And I made my response video. If some of y'all been on the community section, y'all already saw that video. I thought it was hilarious. But, you know, after being talked crap to, one-sided, and even because, like, one of the major things that was going on is, we're going to go back to that story, is that, well, my nephew was murdered a couple weeks ago. I had a lot of deaths for the past past decade. Ever since 2015, there's been 2 to 3 people dead in my family a year. And you only heard the mother stuff, because I've kind of realized people don't really care about that stuff. And I deal with a lot of imposter syndrome. And like I said before, I've been in a lot of therapy. So even though, like, again, I'm a funny, casual guy, I'm pretty successful. Even though I don't like to give myself credit, I'm a pretty successful dude. To get 23K by yourself and all that stuff, you know, and, you know, get an MBA and all that type of stuff. But I've been through a lot of stuff, and I don't talk about it. And that's why it seems like I'm always out of it sometimes, and I don't really respond to comments and different things like that. So I go through a lot of dark stuff. So when you have someone whose goal is to kind of get your attention, you're not really used to, like, usually bigger YouTuber stuff, they kind of let you go after a point. And even with like big YouTubers I talk to, like the Satan Scholars and all that type of stuff, they've dealt with this stuff before. But like, something about this year was rough for me, really rough for me this year. And to have that like knack where you're like, it's like going after me on Instagram, tagging me, putting weird stuff on my image, and on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, multiple accounts, pretending to be someone else, and just all this stuff. Especially when I'm having other people, like my half brother passed away like 2 years ago, and literally my nephew, which is his son, gets killed, and he actually has his own kid, which, you know, is unfortunate because, you know, you want him to be there. It's like, it's a lot of stuff going on. And I was also dealing with like a lot of stuff. Again, I hate getting this personal, and I don't know if I'm going to upload this, but I felt like this is my channel. I just want to talk about what I've been through. And I was also talking to a beautiful woman, and I'm not going to say her name, but she's a Sudanese woman. I was talking to her for 6 months. Really great time, but, you know, it eventually didn't work out because of personal reasons on that end as well. And dealing with all those things, and having someone consistently make things very personal. Because this is one thing, you know, to disagree with my opinion and all that type of stuff, and make a couple videos is fine. But when you're like going after someone for this long, and like when I'm talking about, you know, some people are never going to like agree with you, and I'm talking about stuff that's happening at my job. I'm just not mentioning names, whatever, but you're making it about you. Or if I make content about UI Goku, like having a weakness, whatever, but instead you make that as an excuse to talk about you. It's like, it's really tough when you deal with someone where they started all this. They made the video on you. They started all this stuff, and they want you to address them for you to stop attacking them. And, you know, I eventually had enough, and I recorded that response video a while ago. actually like 2 months before the actual stuff, like before I actually uploaded it. But he never stopped and eventually got to the mom stuff and everything like that. And I uploaded my response, and he got YouTube to take it down because I revealed his public name, even though he had a public Facebook until the response where he privated everything, right? Which again, I don't mind. I was never going to go after, his family, all that stuff. Even though he went after mine, I was never going to go that far. And now it's been, it's actually been better. If he's just only talking about what I've said on like, fictional characters and everything, which I think is totally fine. Even though the personal insults and like the slight jabs and everything, and even the whole video where you like attack like my looks, like the belly button and the teeth thing, it's like, I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, I'm at a better place. At least I try to be. Like, I don't really like to hold grudges that long, even though I still don't forgive the whole pretending to be disingenuous about the whole, I don't know that much about you, but I'm going to keep doing the whole weird stuff, man. Like, listen, you're too old to be doing this. And I just say, man, look, after appointment, I think you made your peace that you're not going to agree with my content. And I don't think you're going to grow from talking crap about me, man. Like, I'm a pretty successful YouTuber, but I'm not big as you think I am. Like, I'm just a black content creator doing the best you can and trying to use this like an outlet. And yeah, like I wish the best for you, bro. I don't know what to really say to you, man. Like, you pretty much made every insult possible towards me, and I held back a lot in that response video. I really did. There's a lot more stuff I could have said, but I always have a line. I always keep it where you attack me, and I could have went with the family stuff. I really could have, but I chose not to. And I just want this to be over. I just wanted to talk about this. If you wanted me to say your name, there you go. And again, it's not even like, oh my God, you wore me out. It's just, I just want to talk about the things that have been bothering me. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers don't mention people that really been bothering them, just stuff like that. I just want to. I'm like, I just want to be me. I just want to, that's how I've always been. I always try to be me. There's a few things that I forgot because I did it all in one take, but I want to also say that my nephew's murderer was caught recently. My dad updated me a couple of days ago. That's something I'm happy for. Hopefully, justice is served. Just, my nephew was only 22 years old. And I wish I could have been there for him more. And I also got to accept, because after my mom passed, I have a hero complex. And it's been bothering me for a very long time. I've allowed a lot of stuff to slide because I always want to try to be a hero and try to make up for what I felt like I could have done a long time ago, which I couldn't. Doctors let me know I did everything I could. But I still carry that with me. So even with stuff that I was, I had to live my own life and I can't be there for everyone. I wish I could have just, just done something, but, rest in peace. That's all I can say to my nephew and to everyone I've lost. I can't list everyone. It's unfortunately so many. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that as well. And also to add more detail with the dating stuff, because I don't want to put any of our stuff out there, because that's why I don't, because I remember the comments, like, why you don't post any of the girls you used to talk to on your Instagram? Because, first of all, some of them have moved on, like married, things like that, and one Sudanese woman that I was talking to for dating for like 6 months just didn't work out. But I really appreciate the time we spent together. And it feels weird because someone's going to say like, oh my God, this whatever. But these things mean a lot to me. They really do. And for a person who lives alone pretty much, and I had to deal with so much trauma, it takes me time to really deal with stuff. And I've noticed a lot of y'all, when I mention like, be safe out there, take care of yourself. Y'all talk about a lot of personal things y'all go through, and y'all list them out there. Y'all have the courage to tell y'all's personal stories. And I felt like I've kind of lost that courage over the years. Because I remember 2015, 2016, I was saying a little bit too much stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. I remember I even made my story about how my mom, like a couple months before she passed away, she saved some people from like, it was like a flood. And I remember I made a video about that, and it got like dislike bombed pretty heavy, and I don't know why. And ever since that day, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not talking about this stuff ever again. And when I'm getting told, the fake mental health guy, the the just all bunch of stuff when, like, you know, I contemplated a lot of stuff a lot of years, you know what I mean? And yeah. And I was just told many times, yeah, you shouldn't probably put that on the internet, which, you know, is a smart thing to do, but it's not satisfying to me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put some cuts here and there as well, because it was supposed to be a complete one take, but I forgot some key details there, and I think I've just learned so many lessons over the years, and also I got afraid of being canceled as well, because when you see so many people being canceled for stuff and just all a bunch of different stuff, you just got like, man, what skeletons I got in my closet, and I realized I'm a really good person, and the imposter syndrome and the hero complex, all that stuff, and just trying to live up to the legacy of, like, 'cause I'm the only last bloodline of my mom, and my dad was just this person that everyone relied on, and feel like I'm never going to live up to those things. Despite me getting an MBA, despite me accomplishing all the stuff I accomplished, I just felt all this pressure. And it just kind of feels good to talk about it publicly. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the original cut of the video. And to go back on the whole relationship stuff, like that really was a big part of like what I wanted to do this year. Just like I really wanted to, you know, be in the dating world, figure out what I was going to do with my MBA and stuff. And just a lot of stuff didn't really work out. And that really affected how my uploading schedule was. Those frustrations, those missing my mom, worrying about when my dad's going to die. That's been a big thing bothering me ever since 2015. And getting my MBA was a big part of fulfilling my mom's dream. Like, my mom wanted me to go to college, all this stuff. And once I accomplished everything my mom set out for me to do, I kind of felt lost. And, you know, being constantly asked to make top strongest videos, different things like that, and not feeling like I'm making the content I really wanted to make, it also bothered me. And yeah, feels kind of like therapeutic a little bit. I kind of feel a little bit like a Reese, like talking about the main person that's just kind of been this really one-sided ordeal where, like, I've never disrespected or tried dude outside that YouTube video, and actually addressing him, talking about, yo, literally like flag these videos for harassment, because that's what they were. Like, I don't know how you feel about it. That's what they were. But yeah, everything else has just been mostly about personally. Anytime I talked about, like, yo, like, people, like, you got to take care of yourself, my mental health and stuff, that's all things happening in my own personal life. Has nothing to do with this YouTube stuff. Anytime I actually said dude's name, that was about it. And really me talking about the stuff here, that's me addressing the relationship stuff, the family stuff, different things like that. But I just want to think the positives, though, is that I made it to 23.3K subscribers this year, thanks to y'all. And thank you for everyone who supported the content that I know y'all not used to. Like, it's kind of funny, though. I didn't think people still cared about making top strongest videos, right? Because some videos kind of do bad, some videos actually do great. But, you know, people who actually care about me actually power scaling, like, you know, talking, cracking jokes, me being on camera. And I even have my own insecurities. Like, you know, even though, like, and this is like, might sound like a humble brag, but I'm getting just talk about everything. I just recently, you know, bench pressed 315, which I could have done a long time ago, but I had like this mental break, and I did it, and it was like I was only using like 80% or 90% of my strength. I could have done more. I did 455 on squat the other day as well, which is like a new thing for me because I was doing proper form this time. And those are like just some real accomplishments that I just wish I could talk about on the channel, because I'm always afraid, like, yo, they're not gonna watch that or whatever. And there's just so much stuff I really want to do. There really is. And I just want to let y'all know I still have a lot of passion. None of this stuff will break me. You know, my mom, I still remember the first time I uploaded a video, she smiled in my face. If my sister was still here, because she passed away when I was 5, I think she would support me. My dad always been a rock for me, and all my friends, all of them. I don't want to list names because I feel like that's eventually going to be used against y'all at some point, but thank you for everyone who's been supportive all these years, and thank you for all the subscribers that have been here day one. Like, YouTube kind of reminds me, this subscriber's been for 5 years plus years. I even met a subscriber in person this year, which is incredible. The first time I ever felt like a celebrity, which was cool, man. But I'm sorry if this seems like a W downer. That's such a white thing to say. Sorry, this seems like you know, like a negative stuff, man. But I felt like I'm tired of like trying to pretend I'm always cheery and like and only give you a glimpse of what the stuff I've been through. But yeah, man, like there's been a lot of people passing away, been a lot of self doubt, a lot of thinking about what happens to my dad, how I'm gonna react to that. Just a lot of fears that I'm working on and I'm going to overcome. And I'm going to work on just not allowing certain stuff to bother me. And because I'm an empathetic person, like I understand that some people want your attention because they don't really got stuff going on themselves, or they just feel the need to have your attention because there's something's going on in their own personal life. And I'm older now. Like I'm going to be turning 26 pretty soon. And if I want to keep doing this stuff eventually, because I want to do different stuff to have different sources of income, but if I want to keep doing this, I got to make sure that like I just got to respond with the way I want to respond. Just be smart about it. I don't need to listen to everyone all the time. I just need to do what makes me satisfied. You only get one life, and you're gonna make mistakes, but do what actually satisfies you. And for me, even though this is gonna just bring more nonsense, which is gonna happen, and again, if I never even say anything, it's gonna continue regardless. But yeah, I have no problems with anyone, man. Like, despite the stuff said about my looks, my family, all this stuff over Vegeta, which is crazy, I have no problems. I really don't. I try my best to ignore it, even though my name every time it pops up is something. But yeah, man. Main point being, though, is that I just want to thank you all for being here for so long. You witnessed me from I made this channel like 2011. So I was like 15 or 14 when I made this channel. And I started uploading videos like maybe when I was like 17. And I don't know if I'm ever going to make 1 million subscribers or whatever, because my main dream has always been consistent. Actually, once I wanted to go to the NFL, which I had the talent, but I didn't really like the coaches and just my environment. It was a very racist environment I was born into. But I always wanted to make enough money and be financially stable enough that I could take care of both my parents and they never had to work again. And I just want to be remembered throughout time for doing a positive thing and just living out my dream. And my mom is not here, and my dad, she's done so much for everyone. And I get a little bit frustrated because I'm not there yet, but for everyone in my generation, just understand that you don't have to accomplish your dream in your 20s. And I'm still hoping I can, but I just got to be patient with myself and not always want to beat myself up because I haven't made it there yet. And I think a lot of us struggle with that. And funny enough, most people who watch my videos are under 24 now, and I'm actually getting older than my target demographic. Of course, this is a good amount that's like 25 and above, but the majority is there. So it was a very realizing feeling. But I can't wait till next year, talk about more Dragon Ball, experiment more what I can do. I'm a creative. I make content because I enjoy it. And I hope y'all guys support it. And also the top strongest stuff. I don't hate making those videos. I just need to figure out how I feel about it, because I like doing this more than anything. And that was a good part of my life when I was younger, making those videos. And I know some of y'all feel bad because I don't respond to when y'all make suggestions about it, but those are passion projects and they're no longer my main thing to do. That's all it is. But thank you if you've been watching this entire time. I didn't mean this for it to be like 20 minutes long, but yeah, I don't know what's going to come from this video, but I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I finally talked about everything I wanted to say. Thank you.